Hey everybody, VP with Metaverse News 1, and we are crafting today. So let's start at the locker and see what we have real quick. So I've been doing a lot of mining, as you know, but I have missed an entire day because I was busy. And then if you remember yesterday, I made a mistake, went to stage 3, and then came right back to Sanctum Mesa. Don't ever do that. Make sure you've gotten all you want to get accomplished before you go back to Sanctum Mesa, because you will lose your Krypton and get nothing in return. So I could have more, but I'm pretty happy with what I have. I can do a lot of things. So let's get out of here and go to the forge and start making some things. So let's take a look at everything here. We are definitely going to make a suit and a weapon, for sure. You're going to notice that certain suits can only be made with minerals from stage 0. So take advantage of that free stage and mine the heck out of these two things right here, because they are useful. Now this isn't really the suit I want. I've looked already, and I like this suit. Doesn't seem to sap too many minerals. But I might also make this suit as well, because if you go down, you will notice on a lot of these, you need components. That's a weapon component. Let's see if we can find... These are all weapons. Let me see if we can find a better suit. So like if we want to go stage 2 on a suit, we're going to need a suit component. And I believe the only way to get components is to deconstruct a suit you already have, which means you have to have another one to replace it. So what I'm thinking is let's just also make this one on the cheap, just for the purpose of breaking it down and getting that extra component. I think that's going to be useful, but we're not going to do that yet. Let's go through all the tabs real quick. Equipment. This is interesting because, we do a lot of mining. These things will help us in that endeavor, but they are pretty darn expensive. Now with the jetpack, I cannot think of one situation, except maybe the Crystal Cave, where I really wish I had a more powerful jetpack. And that takes up a lot. So I don't think I'll be doing that. Boots, there are a couple times where I wish I could jump a little bit higher, but I don't think it's super necessary right now. And visors are crazy expensive with what you have to give up. Again, helpful things, especially if you like mining, which we do, but probably too expensive for right now. Augments, I don't know what these things are, so it's irrelevant. We can't do anything with those. We'll move on to shards. I'm very interested in curing a lot of shards, and I have the materials to do it. So I want to enter battle with a pocket full of powerful shards. Now apparently they already give you some, but I don't know what they give you, so I'm just going to stack that deck even more, because I can. And they're useless if you don't craft them, so you might as well craft them. Gemstones, I got a lot of these. Now these are components that you use to craft other things, and a lot of times it's going to say you can't do it because you don't have an infused gem. Well, I have the ability to make the majority of them because I mined a lot. That's a good thing. On to the drone. Now, a very wise man named Andrew Wall told all of us, really, in a video, that this is something you really want to boost up as much as you can. So we will absolutely be crafting here. Alluvials, irrelevant, don't have any. And then skins. I think this is the biggest waste of resources you could possibly use. It's the beta, for Christ's sakes. I don't care how I look. I think my ranger looks pretty good as is, so we will be skipping that. So let's go ahead and just do this one real quick. Do the basic suit. And as you can see, it's going to be in our locker. So we don't have to worry about that right now. Is this the other one I wanted? Yeah, let's make that too. Just like that. Now this scepter here is something I was looking at. And I want to know, what affinity this goes towards. It seems like it's going to be water. And that's good, because the two alluvials I was given to start the game are both water. So I think that's going to be helpful, but I need an infused water gem. Thankfully, I can make that pretty easily, so let's do that. And even though it says it's in our locker, let's see if we can go make that drop scepter anyway. Let's drop scepter 2. Okay, where'd it go? Oh, right here. We got everything. Let's forge it. Boom. So now we got a couple suits and a weapon already. Let's move on. And we've already decided we're not going to mess with that too much. Augments, no. Shards, I mean, no need to waste your time too much with this, but I'll just make one for now while we're here. Onto the drone. Now, what components of the drone do we want to make? Let's see. Pretty pricey here, but extra augment slots. Seems like it would be useful after we get augments, but we don't have that yet, so let's not do that just yet. Improves capture power by 15%. Really cheap. We want that. Okay, harmonic stabilizer, we just did that. Radiometry sensor, actually the heat map. We haven't really used the heat map much yet. I'm not worried about that. We don't harvest plants, as you guys know. If you don't know why, please see my previous videos. Dermite capacitor. Suit slots by 2. Sounds useful and extremely cheap. Let's do that. I know these are all tier 1, but I just want to spend small amounts of minerals now to boost this thing up. We can boost it up more later. Radox amplifier, what does that do? The range of detection by 1,000. Pretty useful for what we do with our mining. I'm not going to afford that, okay, let's do that too. Vacuum diverter, 8% chance to duplicate essence. Not really sure what that is, so let's keep going. Atomic conjurant, 8% chance to duplicate ore. That sounds good. Is it cheap enough? I think it is. Let's do that. By putting these on now, at level 1, we can see how useful they really are, and then spend more on, level 2 and up. Index capacitor. This is a Discord special. Somebody there said this was a good idea. Increase the available alluvial slots by 4. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. Doesn't cost a ton. I say let's go for it. Ordnance capacitor. Weapon slots by 2. I like that. Takes a lot of chromium, though. Let's come back to it. Mining energy cost by 10. Okay, that's cool. A bit pricey, but I like the idea of that. Anything that lets us mine more, I think will pay for itself later. So let's rock on that. Phase compactor. Encounter energy cost. Okay, so we haven't done a whole lot of encounters yet. This takes a whole lot of palladium. Let's come back to it. Mining power. Not sure what mining power is, but it looks pretty cheap, so I'm going to go with that. And again, we can kind of go and see what these do afterwards. Reduces scan cost. Now, I don't scan a whole lot. Remember we said we don't really need to do that right now, and it's hella expensive compared to what we have. So we're going to skip this. Reduces the chance to escape by 16%. I didn't even know you could escape, so it's don't really care about that. And then once you go beyond here, you start needing components. So, seems like we're pretty good on that. Alluvials and skins we're not worrying about. Now let's do one more thing here. Let's see if we can deconstruct anything now that we have what we have. So we crafted 2 different suits. My question is the suit I'm wearing, does that count as something I can deconstruct? So far it doesn't look like it. Let's see if I can get to the bottom of this. Alright, so I went over to my locker for a minute, and it doesn't look like I can destruct anything I already have on me. So that's okay. We bought this, or we crafted this suit right here simply for the purpose of deconstructing it. So let's do that. Cool. And now we have this component for later. But I'm pretty happy with what I have now. We're going to go to the locker and put it on. We got to put our clothes on. And I think Mozart does too. So we're going to go back to the locker. And you're going to see right here it says withdraw to inventory. And then open inventory. Let me see if it's already there. Oh, you know what? I think we just learned something. I think you can take these things off and break them down. Interesting. Now, I want to keep this gun, so there's really nothing I want to take off. So we're just going to leave that there. But let me see what we already have down here. Pistol. Yeah, I think we need to put this stuff on. So let's see where we're at here. Yeah, let's get out of here. And then simply withdraw this to our inventory by hitting right click. And the same with this. And then we'll do the same with Mozart and all the stuff we got here. Oh, look at this. Mozart's inventory is full. That's a good piece of information to have. These 2 things aren't going to make it over. Well, let's see if we put it on Mozart, if that will make a difference. Alright, so we don't need to really equip anything. It's already kind of here. And so you can just, I'll be able to choose these weapons once I battle. And I'll be able to choose the jumpsuit when I battle too. But let's go ahead and deck out Mozart. Now what's kind of cool here is we bought all 3 of these, and depending on what I'm doing, I can use that particular upgrade. So we're going to be battling soon, so I put that one on, but if I want to go mine some more, I can just switch it over to that. Pretty nice, but we'll keep it there. And then over here, we have these other ones. So we don't have a ton of alluvials yet, so let's put that one there. And over here, so I either have that one I don't need or some of the mining ones. I guess for now, let's just put a mining one there. Which one do we want to do? Scan cost I don't care about. So that, oh, can we do all 3? No. Alright, but good to know. So that is how you forge, and that is how you outfit your Ranger and Mozart. And we will soon be putting all of this into action on the battlefield. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe. We're a very small channel. It means a lot if you do that. And if you were able to discover anything else that we didn't cover here, please comment down below and let us know. We're all in this together. But stay tuned for another video tomorrow, and I will see you down the road.